In 9 months, I turned this abandoned $160,000 18-room apartment building with no tenants and no income into an $800,000 property with huge passive cash flow. Here is how I did it. So today I'm doing it's a blacktop or a driveway sealer, we call it back home, to cover the cement parking area. And it's actually quite thin. I'm very surprised. They told me to put thinner, which I did first, but probably I didn't need to add any. So I'm trying to clean this up. There's a bunch of holes in it. I patched some of it already. But I'm sure there's going to be more holes, especially after I finish doing this. You'll see all the nooks and crannies. But this should help protect it from oil and stuff from people's motorbikes or cars that leaks here. So that's another reason to do this, to help prevent it from cracking so that it lasts longer. It must be about 35 degrees in the sun today. Not the best climate for doing this kind of work. It looks like I'm going to be here for a while. I completed now the driveway area, the parking for the motorbikes. And so now it looks like a new pavement, even though it's just a blacktop. I started putting the lines on the parking area. I made a stencil out of cardboard first. Measured everything off. Of course, I had to adjust where the markings were, but get the angles where I wanted it. And so I decided to spray it because it's quite rough and it would be hard to make the line straight. You have to line everything up, and I had a bit of back spray on the first one. I'll have to touch that up somehow. But I worked my way through. There's 25 spots I have to do. I decided to try to paint this table and make it part of a set for the patio furniture. That way I save part of the money, at least on this part, and also I don't have to be worried about someone stealing it. Because if I get chairs, I would have to either bring them inside every night or bolt them down. So I decided to go with this kind of a picnic table bench style, which I had already. I just finished painting the table, the picnic table. It was pretty ugly before. There were a lot of stains and stuff on it because I was doing work on top of the table that I shouldn't have been. So there was parts of the colors that were in the top with some red flowers and green that was half washed away and a little sticky spot. So I sanded down really well, and it's kind of a new color. It's a sort of a grayish. I'm going to try to level it and put it in place. I received my patio furniture today. They were supposed to bring it yesterday. There was some kind of mix-up. They had put the 11th of February instead of the 1st. But here it is, and requires a lot of assembly apparently because they're cardboard boxes. I wasn't expecting it to be quite disassembled to this extent, but that's okay. So I'm going to have something to do today for the afternoon. So I'm going to put these together, and then I have to drill holes. Once I figure out the placement, and I'm going to drill the holes to make sure nobody steals the chairs and the table, and put some L brackets on each leg. But I need to put them in place first, because once I drill those holes, I won't be able to move it. And I have to make sure you can get in and out for the seating and the tables the right distance away. Maybe I can have someone else sit down and see if it feels right as well. I want to put some big flower pots, some small little trees in the middle and at the end as well. I'm just starting to fasten the chairs and the tables for the patio onto the ceramic tiles so that no one steals them. So here you can see, hopefully you can see okay. I've installed one bracket already, and I drilled the holes for the other ones. So it's a little bit tricky, but fortunately these tiles are pretty rough. So when I was drilling, it didn't skip too much. It did a little bit, but I was careful to have all my weight over it so that it went right in the spot where it was supposed to. Because for these little brackets, you need to line up the screws so that it tightens down properly. So I drilled the holes, and you can see I put a couple of plugs in, and I'm doing for each leg I'm putting in 2 screws. But if it doesn't work out on the first chair, if it's too hard to line up the brackets when I go to put them on with the screws, then I might revert back to 1 screw per leg. And I have some short screws that I bought, which will be for the top, which go onto the metal part of the leg. So I probably have to drill a small hole for that, put the metal screws in. I finished putting the last of the pieces fastened to the tile. And now I'm looking at fastening to the leg. But I just tried to drill with my my little tiny screw gun, and either it doesn't spin fast enough, or I have to drill little pilot holes. So I think I'm gonna put the drill bit into the other drill some tiny pilot holes, and then put the screws in. And I might as well put 2 in. I've gone this far now. I've got 2 into the bottom, so I'll put 2 into the leg. It seems like a shame to do this, but it's better than waking up in the morning and everything has disappeared. I managed to finish up the rest of the securing of the patio furniture today. Yesterday I didn't get finished. I ran out of daylight. So you can see I had to measure everything to put it into place. The spacing between the chairs and the tables, and I tried sitting on it. I had a couple other people also sit down to make sure that the spacing was good, easy to get in and out, because once it's fastened, it's not going to be moved. There's benefits and drawbacks to doing this. One, I guess no one will be able to steal it. 2, it will always look proper because things will be in place. I just got the delivery of my plants, so make it look a little more homey here. Before it was looking a little bare. Wow, I'm really happy with how it looks, and looking forward to them growing. And inside the pots, I plan to plant some flowers as well. So we'll have some color at the bottom, and a nice green now. Boy, this is what it really needed out front here. So I'm really happy. So I'm just getting started here, and I stuck a couple of letters up. It's pretty tricky. It was really hard to know with this post in the way. From where I'm standing, it looks like it's in a great spot. Didn't worry much about the spacing. I just tried to make the words look right. Looks like the O beside the T should have been a little bit closer.
Just hold me tight and don't let go. Hold me tight and don't let go.